Hey y'all, welcome back. I sold it all. I'm just playing, but I did do some stuff and I'll explain later on in the video. Gotta get you clickbaited in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all had a good week. I had another boring options week, and that's fine. Um, a couple people talked to me about TLT, and the Treasury and the uh, credit downgrade, and we'll talk about that as well toward the end of the video. A lot of you know I'm fairly, for me, I'm not very heavy, but I got quite a few TLT puts out there, and a lot of people were asking what I'm going to do. For right now, I'm not going to do anything, honestly, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But we're going to go through the options trades. I'm going to tell you why, and this might go on for a long time, guys. Just let you know, because I'm going to be long-winded probably. And one other thing, this video is brought to you by Seeking Alpha. If you want a free 14-day premium trial to Seeking Alpha, where you find out all kinds of deep diving valuations and comparisons and metrics. And if you're a metrics person, this is kind of a cool thing to do. But if you want a free 14-day trial, click the link down below from Seeking Alpha. Use my link. I'd appreciate it. Other links down there as well that would probably help you, give you some free money, get me some free money, honestly. I don't sugarcoat stuff and go, yeah, I'm here to make some money. So if you do that, I appreciate it. So let's get into the options real quick, and we'll kind of do some deeper dives into Seeking Alpha when I share my M1 Finance portfolio with you guys. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, next week. I don't know. It's whenever I get around to it. A lot of you remember way back in the day, I used to put all my YouTube earnings, affiliate earnings into M1 Finance. I shut down my M1 Finance when I started making or pulling money off my Interactive Brokers portfolio. So I just I shoved everything into there, and I wanted it simplified. Well, I opened that M1 Finance account back up because, I've got a part-time job. My wife works as well. And pretty much I don't need the income portfolio, or I don't need to pull income from my portfolio anymore. So we're going to try to replace that money back. So that's the short end of that. But let's get into the options real quick, because this one's going to be pretty quick. So closing, not much, kind of almost a mirror image of last week. I closed one put, okay, a TNA put that expires August 18th, closed it for 3 cents, profited $49. That's it. That's all I've done this week as far as closes. Let's look at what we opened, though. Opening XBI. I have a XBI already on at a 77 strike, but this one I sold at a 76 strike out to September 17th. XBI is the biotech S&P ETF. Got $101 for that contract. Okay. And then today I sold a couple of SOXLs. I'm liking it under 20. I know I have a few up here at 20 that expire on the 1st of September. And then I went out to the 15th on these two. And I went at the 19 strike and the 18 strike, and I got $65 and $50 respectively. So that's all the trades I've done. Let's take a look real quick at Premium Cooking. We'll go over the week, and then you'll see something interesting. So week ending August 4th, closed one position, opened 3, realized profit of $49. Week end notional, that's if everything is assigned to me, that's how much cash I would need. Profit yield of only 2.63%. That's annualized as well. Premium sold $213.97. Total premium cooking $1,398.73. Maintenance margin dropped to $21,200. Buying power usage only at 18.4%. Cash balance, here's the big change. I sold it all. I'm up to $88,425 in cash. And we'll go over what I sold a little bit and why. Actually, I already told you why, but we'll go over that again because I like to repeat myself. No deposits, no withdrawals. Net lick 127.4, so we took a few weeks step back there, which is fine. Most of that is due to the TLT pullback. Okay, so let's take a look. Quick overview. We didn't close anything on Monday, which was the last day of July. So the July income ended up staying at 1,098.44 and then 49.09 so far this week. Now, let's look at the quick view and you'll see got a whole bunch of stuff in the red. Most of this stuff is TLT. Actually, before we go over that, because that's going to segue into some other stuff. I sold out of JEPI completely, sold out completely of JEPQ. Now, I banked about, I don't know, it was close to $1,000 profit on selling those two. I'm fine. I still think they're viable investments, okay? Especially if you put it in a retirement account. These I do not have a retirement account. All my stuff is in taxable. Now that I'm working and my wife's working, and I have a little bit of other interest income and stuff like that, it's getting close. It's probably not a big tax liability because these were small positions relatively, right? But the reason why I sold them is because I don't need the income. So I'm not pulling money out of my Interactive Brokers account to pay the bills anymore. All my bills are covered by, W-2 income. So I don't need that there. So I went all to cash, sold all that. I got a little bit of still investment because we'll look at the core portfolio. This is all I got pretty much. Actually, that's not all I got. I have 100 shares of Dutch Bros that I don't have in here. I'll have to put that in there. But this is all I got. Now, what I'm going to look to do is I do want to deploy the money. Okay. But what I'm going to end up doing is probably putting it in SCHD, strategically sell puts, hopefully get assigned. And the reason for that is they're qualified dividends. So they'll be pretty much tax free for me. And hopefully have some growth as well. And that's it. That's why I sold it all. You got to make your own decisions on what you want to do. If I was not working this part-time job, I would never have sold JEPI or JEPQ. Okay. Clear that up. I don't want people to think, you're bearish on it. No, for me, right. You have to make your own decisions. So that's the decision I made. Now, TLTW, I'm going to continue owning that. I'll probably add to it if it drops a little bit more, but I don't think it's going to, personally. I don't claim to be an expert. I'm far from it. I just look at things, differently, and I try not to panic about stuff. And I don't read a lot of stock market or economy stuff. I don't go into message boards and things like that. Why? Because I think I've gotten tired of message boards, financial or otherwise, because they all end up being the same BS, doom and gloom. You go into the comments section and people are attacking each other, and I'm like, I don't like dealing with it. So I stay out of the way. Okay. So a lot of times I just absorb stuff through headlines, and that's all I do. And this headline, when the U.S. debt got downgraded, caught my eye, because this was from Seeking Alpha, August 3rd. Oh, that was yesterday. And it says debt. When the chickens come home to roost, Fitch Ratings threw a curveball at investors by downgrading its rating on U.S. federal debt for the first time since 2011. Okay, so what does that mean? Honestly, it doesn't mean squat. Okay, but what happened? People panicked. So, they did this to make people panic, and somebody made money off of it. Okay. So I decided, well, let's look at history. What happened in 2011 to TLT? What happened in 2011 to the S&P 500? Okay. Now everybody's gonna say, well, this time is different. Yeah. I get it. Nobody can know anything. Everything's a guess, right? All you can do is look at the history and say, okay, will that happen again? I have no clue. Okay. And anybody who tells you that they have a clue or they know for sure are lying to you. Be careful about those people. Okay. Because investing, for the most part, is just a guess. I know that's going to burst some people's bubbles, but I'll give you it's an educated guess, right? But at the end of the day, it's all a guess. So let's look at 2011 and let's look at TLT. This is the TLT 20-year Treasury bond ETF. So they said in 2011, I didn't click the article, so I don't know when they got downgraded, but let's try to pick 2011 here. So there's December 31st, 2010. Okay. Let's just start there. What happened after that in 2011? Let's go to January of 2012. Look at that. TLT went up 28% in that year after it was downgraded. Is that going to happen again? I have no idea. None. But what's interesting is we're essentially right at the same level we were when we got downgraded in 2011. So I just found that interesting. So what did the SPY do in 2011 after downgrades? Let's try to pick 2011 here. 2011. What happened after 2011? Well, there's January 7th, 2000. That's close enough. Look, that we had a little small dip there in July or whatever. We were down about 4%, but a year later we were up 3%. And then the following years, look at the chart. So, you have to make your own decision. So when we go back and there are people panicking about TLT and what I'm going to do, because I have two puts at 100 that's expiring August 18th, one at 99, and then I have another at 98 that's in September. So the September one, not even going to look at, don't care. The August 18th ones, I'm probably going to have to care because the contract's going to expire, but I still have 2 weeks to this play out. So, for anybody that wants to know, what am I going to do? For now, nothing. I probably won't do anything until not next week, but the following week. And if TLT hasn't recovered, and it may not, because 2 weeks ain't a very long time, I might roll them. I might book my first loss for the year, or my first negative month, because it'll probably be a negative month if I roll these 3 puts. But I also have the option of taking them. Like I said, I just sold out to JEPI and JEPQ. Got plenty of cash on hand, but I just don't know. I can't tell you what I'm going to do, because someone asked, what's your plan? I really don't have a plan. Okay. My plan, my ideal plan every time I put on a trade is to look at a support chart and try to go below it. I didn't do that with TLT. And now you see that I'm getting bit in the butt. Okay. And that's okay. I got a little aggressive. Probably because there's really not much premium out there, right? And I thought, well, the Fitch downgrade was just kind of a curveball, right? That if that curveball wouldn't have been thrown, we'd probably be fine. So we'll have to wait. The initial panic really, got felt on Thursday. I think it was Thursday, yeah, or Wednesday, and then today, Friday, TLT was kind of on fire. So, you just gotta be patient with some of these things. You can't panic. That's kind of why last week I was saying why I don't like sharing stuff, because I don't know what the mindset of people are. So I think that's all I got. I also have some tan puts. Not worried about them. I'll worry about them the week of expiration. But a lot of times tan kind of acts kind of like utilities, where when rates rise, these are solar, companies mostly. And when rates rise, their input costs rise as well. But, a lot of these solar companies are kind of government funded. So we'll see. I don't mean that there's a lot of incentives. Government gives incentives for some of these companies to continue offering things, right? So we'll just have to wait and see again. So I'm just in a wait and see pattern, and that's it. What else did I have? Did I have anything else for you? I think that's it. Check out the Seeking Alpha link down below. Sign up for your free premium subscription. You get 2 weeks and just dig into it. It's pretty neat. You can add your portfolio into it, and then it'll show you, all the analysts' ratings and health checkups and stuff like that. Like, watch out. I have 5 stocks which are at risk of performing badly. And then analysts say, awesome, you have 18 stocks rated highly. So anyway, check that out. Also check out the M1 Finance link down below. Get you a free $100 for a new account, and use the Amazon link if you would, please. And that's it. So hopefully you guys have a good week, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.